Thank you, Margaret. And I would like now to give the floor to Archbishop from Bamenda, Cameroon, His Excellency Fuania.
Thank you very much. I think this synod is a very big consolation to Africa, because with the problems we have in Africa, sometimes we feel isolated and abandoned. But coming to the synod, we join with the rest of the Universal Church to sit down and pray together for the problems that are going on in Africa, and especially for the countries that are affected by war. This for us is a very, very big consolation. Secondly, the synod gives a chance for the voice of Africa to be heard. Africa has its own specificities and their own peculiarities. And when we come together in the Universal Church in a synodal journey like this one, it is an opportunity for Africa's voice to be heard, and to be heard where it is supposed to be heard. And we are not worried about social media or about what others are saying, but we are with our brothers and sisters. You feel the unity that binds the church together, and there we are able to express ourselves freely and happily. And I think that this is a very wonderful opportunity for Africa to make its own mark within the synod. And for this, I am very, very grateful. The last point is that we have learned from what is happening in the other continents, the wars that are just going on in Ukraine, Palestine and Israel, and other places, that we all have to be pro-peace. War can never be the solution. We all have to be pro-peace and join together as one church, God's children united, praying for peace. Peace is possible. Thank you very much.
Yes, Your Excellency, it is possible. And in connection with your previous intervention, I read an interview in which you say that synodality is already part of the culture of your country.
I said that the synodality forms part of the African culture because we always do things together as a family. And when we do things as a family, we consult everybody within the family. And in the local churches which we have, we believe strongly in the basic Christian communities, because in those basic Christian communities, everybody is able to express themselves, and from those basic Christian communities to the mission stations, from the mission stations before you get to the parish level. Because when you come to the parish level, many people risk to be lost in between. But when you start from the basic Christian communities, and those basic Christian communities are made up of families, so everybody knows everybody at that level. Before you go to the second level, which is the mission station. And from the second station, which is the second level, you go to the third level, which is the parish, before you ever reach the level of the diocese. So it is structured in a way that our culture helps us to be synodal. And I think that synodality is very welcome in Africa.
Thank you.
If you look at part of this ongoing formation, focus is being put on the movements within the church. Margaret Carter will explain that better, because the Focolare movement has a program from the youth, beginning from very young ages, and right up to young adults. And again, the Sant'Egidio and the Charismatic Renewal Movement, they all have programs which are made for young people. And now we are trying to go back within our parish communities, that the young people must not only get formation when they belong to the movements. Even when they don't belong to the movements, we have these programs within the parishes where the young people, through YC young Christian workers or young student workers, have formation programs which guides them, especially in their choices that they make in life. This is a very important aspect. To add something to the last part of his question, I will have to limit it within my experience. This year in my diocese is the year of the Eucharist. And because we declared the year of the Eucharist, every parish is building a chapel of perpetual adoration. And so perpetual adoration is going on in all the parishes. It is incredible, I cannot explain it here, how much time the young people spend before the Blessed Sacrament. This is only a short experience which is personal. This is only in my diocese. Now if you think of the other dioceses around the world that have these chapels of perpetual adoration where the young people go to adore Jesus, it's an incredible experience.